Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. It is April the 13th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day so far. And I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. All right, guys. Now, I will be using the Journey Oracle deck for today's reading. So let's jump right into it and see what you need to know. All right, guys. The time right now for me is 10:40 a.m. So there could be angel numbers that you guys are seeing, you know, whether this is today or just in general. But let's see what you guys might need to know. All right, guys. I was saying to you guys last couple days that I was dealing with some type of food poisoning or whatever the heck was going on with my body. But your girl is feeling a lot better and feeling more refreshed. So let's dive into it. All right, guys. Let's see what you need to know. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What guidance and understanding can you give them? Always protect and give guidance to the collective, whether or not they see the messages or videos. And always give them guidance and also clarity, whatever the situation that they're dealing with during this time. Ooh. All right, guys. So it is a new day. Forever always a new day. That's what I like to think. Okay, but there's something about today when it comes to it being a new day. Okay, being a new day, starting off fresh, starting new things. Okay, that could be confirmation for some of you guys as well, but just new things. Okay, a new day, a new beginning. Take what resonates with that. Okay, the number 1 could also be very significant as well, but there is something about your energy when it comes to new things. Now, you could be doing new things, you could be thinking about doing new things, but there's something about the energy when it comes to new. Okay, so even if yesterday was a bad day, there's something about that that could be very significant too. Like, say you guys were having a pretty bad day, or just having like not the greatest day, right? And so today could be something that could have happened where maybe you went outside today or you did something different, maybe based on your schedule, whatever the case is, right? You did something. And it's showing up in this energy where maybe also even perspectives. You could be looking at life from a new lens, okay? Looking at life from a new, clarity when it comes to new day. So take what resonates with that, right? The sun could be very significant as well. Taking challenges and taking obstacles and taking life, step by step as you basically go along, okay? Not everybody will understand that, but that could be confirmation. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that could be confirmation. So let's see. We have nature, okay? Some of you guys could be going out into nature more often, okay? Maybe going out into nature, being close with nature. This could be also you grounding yourself as well for some of you guys. Tulips, okay, dandelions, flowers in general, even planting your own seeds is very significant. There's something about that too, where you could be planting your own seeds, or even if you did plant your own seeds, there's something about waiting for those, seeds to blossom or bloom. But there is something about nature, being out in nature, going into nature, grounding yourself. Even when it comes to balancing your energy too, that is significant. Grounding your nervous system could be very significant too. But there's something about that you guys may be basically resonating in a sense, okay? Nature could be significant. Maybe you guys are somebody that maybe you grew up around nature. So maybe you live in the city and maybe you don't want to live in the city anymore. Maybe you want to be in the country, or, build your own farm or have your own farm where you have your own chickens and cows and horses, and you get to plant your own crops and things like that. Especially if you're used to being from overseas or back home. That is also something that's significant for a lot of people that have different cultures, is that being able to grow your own things. And maybe coming into North America could be a culture shock where, you have to go to the grocery store to basically buy everything. Okay, so take what resonates with that. We have you are enough. Okay, so I don't know who needed to hear that. Okay, and we also have difficulties. So it's almost like even in your difficulties, know that you are more than enough, right? Despite what's happening around us or around your energy or what's happening in general, even if you feel like you are not enough, you are more than enough. Maybe there is something happening right now too where, right now in this path, even if you are on the right path, It may not feel like it because there's a lot of adversities. There's a lot of things that are happening around us in our energy, right, in general. And if you're used to chaos and you're used to things being difficult and you're used to that, you know, maybe there's something about your nervous system that could be significant too, where, you know, it's almost like if you don't have it all, you may feel like you're not enough, or you may feel like even if you're going through difficult times or difficulties, you may feel like you're still not enough. So there's something about material and also spiritual energy as well, where even if you don't have what you feel like you need to have physically, know that people will still care about you and love you regardless of what you have or don't have. And if people don't care about you regardless of that, then that means they were just around you because of material gain, or, you know, what they could get from you or the situation. Whatever it is, just know that you are not in the wrong. Okay? You're not in the wrong. Everybody goes through difficulties, okay? And for someone to sit there and make it seem as if, you know, you're the only person that goes through difficult times, or you're the only one who has, you know, difficult situations that you deal with, that's not the case, right? That's not true. Know that you're not the only one that goes through difficulties, and know that there are people out there who understand that about you, right? Even if they don't say that, they may understand that about you. But because a lot of times people are very hidden with their motives and what they say and what they do, it is very hard to know who has your back and who doesn't have your back when you were going through difficult moments. And for a lot of you, a lot of times for a lot of you guys may go through, you know, your difficult moments or difficulties alone, right? And that's another thing too. It's like you may go through a lot of things alone, and people may think, wow, you're so strong, you're so determined, you're so this, right? Which is amazing. But sometimes the same people who are showing up very strongly are also the same people who don't get asked for help. Like, hey, are you okay? Or hey, do you need anything? Or, you know, I see you doing this. Like, what can I do to make it easier? A lot of times people don't do that, right? It's almost like social media. Okay. It's like, you know that you have a platform. Even me, it's like, I know that I have a platform, right? Even if I had 10 followers, it doesn't matter. Me having 10 followers, like, for example, if I had a platform and that was the case, and I'm seeing someone else on my platform with maybe 2 followers posting and doing exactly the same thing I'm doing, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna support that person, whether I know them or not. I'm gonna repost, even if I don't follow that person. I'm gonna repost, I'm gonna like, I'm going to share. Because why? We are all going through difficulties in our own ways. So even if I, in my eyes, have 10 followers, for example, and that person only has 2, they're still looking at someone like me with 10 followers saying, man, how did you get those extra followers? Okay, baby steps, little goes a long way. Taking things, you know, step by step is also significant. So even when it comes to like your difficulties, right? Yeah, you guys are going through some type of transformation, right? Butterflies are very significant for some of you guys, but you guys are going through a transformation. We also have inner child energy, okay? Maybe you guys are healing, you know, certain parts of your inner child, certain aspects, but know that you guys are able to move forward, because even with this card, it says to keep going, okay? So it's like the universe is saying to keep going no matter what the difficulties that you guys are facing or dealing with, right? I just had a hiccup, and I'm trying not to like hiccup on the video, so my bad, guys. Okay, but yeah, there's something about you needing to keep going, okay? Like, keep moving forward, keep going, okay? There's something about you receiving because you guys are still moving forward. So there's something about you guys still moving forward, even if you may feel like you're going through difficulties. Spirit wants you to keep going forward, okay? So there's something about you moving forward, like I said, right? Some of you guys are in alignment, right? When it comes to your chakras. That is why with this energy, it says you are enough, okay? Spirit is saying to keep moving forward because you are in alignment, like I said, even if it may feel like things are not going the way that it's supposed to, or it may not look the way that it's supposed to look, okay? Because a lot of times in your journey, we may want things to show up in a certain light or a certain way, even if we don't know how it's supposed to show up. We just know that something is supposed to change. We don't know how it's going to change, right? So you guys are in alignment, and it's almost like not to worry, because if you guys were not in alignment, you wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like, you guys wouldn't be here. You wouldn't know to, look into the videos, or you wouldn't know to have that curiosity, okay, when it comes to your energy, basically. Okay, so being playful at this time is significant. Mushrooms may resonate for some of you guys. When I think of this card too in play, this could be being more playful, okay? Playing more, going outside, being out in nature, for example. Okay, video games could also be significant. Maybe you guys may play video games, or, videoing could be significant. Gaming, confirmation with the horn. But there's something about playing, okay, tapping into your inner child even more. Even that too, like playing Nintendo could be significant. Buying like a little Nintendo, so that you can play your games and things like that. Like, even if it's the old school one, just being able to be in this childlike energy, inner child energy, okay, being open to new opportunities, like I said. So even if you guys are still going through anything that's difficult or challenging, it's like you guys are able to go through transformations because you guys are so open. You guys are open, you stay open, your inner child is open, things like that, okay? You guys have awakened as well, right? You guys either went through another awakening, right? Your inner child could be significant too when it comes to that awakening that you guys could have went through. Intuition is significant, and release. All right, so there's something about your intuition when it comes to you guys releasing, right? Releasing and letting go when it comes to fear, okay? Releasing and letting go when it comes to the universe, right? Releasing your worries and allowing the universe basically to help you. Now, it's not to say that you're releasing your worries and you're like, well, I gave it to the universe and now we're just going to wait and see. No, you give it to the universe, but you still do that work. You still do the inner work when it comes to what you're trying to manifest. Okay, so take what resonates with that. We have create. Okay, you guys could be releasing so that you guys can create. Okay, create something new. Okay, integrity. Like I said, with yin yang energy, there's something about you stepping into something when it comes to your integrity and also entrepreneurship. All right, spirituality and entrepreneurship, and basically being able to step into this energy of balance, okay? Knowing that no matter what it is that you're doing, it's going to bring balance. Whether it's the money, whether it's the job you do, whatever it is. Okay, having integrity is very significant when it comes to your energy, okay? Like I said, you guys could be helping your future self, okay? Rest could be very significant, okay? And also the process. So there's something about you helping your future self, okay, when it comes to your process, resting more, going within, maybe changing your diet is also significant. This could be drinking more tea, okay, less coffee, things like that, okay? But you guys are growing. Like I said, planting seeds are very significant. You guys are growing, okay? Light in the dark. So there's something about whatever was hidden is being shown, or whatever that was trying to be hidden, light is being shined on that situation. Also, when it comes to everything in the dark comes to light, that is also significant. But there's something about you growing and shining light on situations during your process. Wisdom is also significant. We also have inspiration at the bottom of the deck, and your curiosity. So like I said, you guys are curious, you guys are learning, you guys are growing, expanding, etc. Whatever that is that you're doing, just know that you guys are moving forward and being able to basically take action, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Please take what resonates with you guys whenever you see this message or video. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. My website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can book a reading, or you guys can, just check out my blog. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next reading, all right? Have a wonderful Monday, all right? Bye, guys.